It's not lasagna. It's macaroni and cheese. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Spoonful of Joe. Today we'll be making mac and cheese. Let's get right into it. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. So here I'm showing you the different cheeses that I used. Medium cheddar cheese, all cheddar cheese, and Monterey Jack. The Monterey Jack is going to be used for the top of the macaroni and cheese, not in the cheese sauce. So I'm going to go ahead and grate all the cheese. So I'm grating the medium cheese and the old cheese. It doesn't have to be separated. You can put it all in one bowl. But I grated the whole block because I really wanted to have like enough cheese in it. And now I cut half of the Monterey Jack and I'm putting it on top of the cheese that I already grated. So here, this is the cheese for the cheese sauce. And this is the cheese I'm gonna put on top of the mac and cheese before I put it in the oven. So now I'm gonna go ahead and start the cheese sauce. So I'm using 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm gonna put that in the pan, make sure that it's warm enough so the butter starts melting automatically. And what I'm gonna do is add 2 tablespoons of white all-purpose flour. What I'm doing is making a roux. So this is called a roux when you add butter and the flour together. And now I'm gonna go ahead and whisk that. Make sure that you do use a whisk when you're making your cheese sauce so that you don't get any lumps. I highly recommend. Don't say, oh, let me go use wooden spoon. You're gonna play yourself. So there I go, I'm whisking it away. And once you can see that's all blended together, I'm gonna start adding my evaporated milk, not condensed milk, evaporated milk. I didn't feel like the spoon was full when I was adding the flour in, so that's why I added a bit more flour. So just make sure your spoon is actually full. And I'm going ahead and I keep adding the evaporated milk gradually. Just make sure that you are continuously whisking the sauce so you don't get any lumps. So now that the milk is warm, I'm gonna start adding the cheese slowly. Do not dump all the cheese in because you will not be able to whisk it so that it's nice and smooth. So I'm gonna keep doing that until all the cheese that I've grated is into the mix. So I'm gradually adding in the cheese, not all at once. And I'm not sure if like everyone, I guess it may depend on what cheese you use. Maybe you won't have to grate it, but I felt like if I grated it, I'll avoid getting clumps more. But definitely using the whisk and doing it consistently will definitely help you so you don't have any like clumps or lumps in your cheese sauce. Oh my gosh, I'm kind of getting dizzy. Are you guys getting dizzy from watching this? The crazy thing is, once you have real mac and cheese, like, I don't know how I was eating Kraft dinner. Kraft dinner is kind of disgusting, guys. So let's not give our kids Kraft dinner. Let's not do that. I know it's more convenient, but I feel like in the long run, it's worth it. Add a bit more butter because, I don't know, I just feel like butter makes everything better. So I added some more butter. By the way, I am using unsalted butter. I never use salted butter because the one time I used salted butter in my food, it was so salty. So I'd rather add the salt in like from the actual salt and not use salted butter because I feel like it has way too much salt and it can really like ruin what you're eating. So as you can see, like, I just added in the cheese so you can kind of see the lumps. So that's why I'm really making sure like I'm whisking it properly before I add more. So as you can see, while it's on the stove, the color is going to start changing because you're adding the cheese and it's heating up. So now it's getting that nice golden yellow color. I added some paprika for taste. And once you have this consistency, you're good. Your cheese sauce is ready. So now I'm gonna go ahead and boil my macaroni pasta. You can use any pasta you want, but I just want to keep it traditional. And I boiled my macaroni pasta. I didn't add any oil to the bottom because sometimes when you add the oil, it kind of makes it like stuck together. So I didn't do that. So I literally just put water, and there was some salt in the water too. Because it is mac and cheese, I did want it to overcook a bit, so it's nice and soft. Okay, so here is the dish I'm going to be putting into the oven. Please ignore my strainer. The bottom of it melted because it's too close to the stove, so it melted. Don't do that. That could cause a fire. Don't be dangerous like me. So yeah, so this is just like a basic like bakeware dish. You can use anything you want. I went ahead and poured my macaroni in there, and now I poured the cheese sauce on top of it. I didn't pour all the cheese sauce at once because you want to do it gradually, so you make sure every single part of the pasta gets enough cheese. So there I went, added all the cheese, and I kept mixing before I added the cheese on top. I wanted it to be cute, so you know, I did a little pattern. So that's the Monterey Jack with the old and medium cheddar. That's the grated Monterey Jack cheese with the old and medium cheddar cheese that I had from the beginning. And I'm just making sure I add it all over the top of the macaroni and making sure I get the corners too. Cheese. Now I'm just gonna cover that with some tin foil. Make sure that's covered. The tin foil is not going to be on the macaroni and cheese the whole time when it's in the oven. So you're going to bake your mac and cheese at 375 degrees, and you're going to leave the tin foil over your mac and cheese for 10 minutes while it's in the oven. After 10 minutes, you're gonna take it off and leave it in for another 20 to 30 minutes or until it has like that nice like golden color on top. Here it is sizzling in the oven, and at this point it was pretty much done. Looking so beautiful. I'm really sorry. I definitely was too hungry to even take a pic of me cutting into it. But basically, that's it. That's how you make your mac and cheese. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye.